Hi everyone, I'm doing a wrap up today for the month of January. I know I haven't been posting a lot recently. I post like every 2 weeks, and I think I might be doing that for now because I'm still busy, new semester coming in, really gotta put in work for the last few months of senior year, but I will upload as much as I can. But for today, I'm gonna show you what I read for the month of January. So first up, the book I actually read two graphic comic slash manga genre books, and then I read 3 ebooks and 2 physical books. So the first book I finished this month was Saga Volume 1, and this is by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. And I really enjoyed this book. I finished it. I tried to read it really slowly because I knew I was going to finish this quickly, but it didn't really work out, so I finished it like within the day. And I really want the second volume because this kind of left off on a cliffhanger, and it was really good. And I really hope to collect the other volumes really soon because I can tell this is gonna get really good. And I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read, which I don't have in my possession because I borrowed it from the library, but I read Room by Emma Donoghue, and I don't really know what to say about this book. So it was very interesting because the perspective is from a 5-year-old boy, so a lot of things are unclear, and what's even more complicated is because this boy has never seen the outside world because Jack, the main character, and his mom are stuck in a room where they haven't been exposed to the outside world. So imagine the curiosity of a 5-year-old boy, and then even more curiosity when the boy experiences stuff that he has never seen before. So I really liked that because it was really unique. And it was sad, and I know it got really interesting around the end of the first part. I believe that's when you started to figure out things, and that was really interesting and really good. I really want to see the movie. Overall gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5 if I'm feeling nice, I don't know. Maybe adult books aren't really that much for me, but it was an interesting and unique premise, so I definitely recommend it if you've been eyeing it. And then the next book I read was Never Never Part 1 by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. And my friend told me to read this book, and so I got it on my phone and I read it, and it was so good. So if you don't know what Never Never is about, it's basically about these two teenagers, Charlie and Silas, I don't know how to say his name. But they're two teenagers, and I guess just like in the middle of the day, they're at school and they don't remember who they are or what's going on. Like, they have completely lost their memories and they have no idea what's going on, and they figure out that they were together and that something happened, and they're trying to figure out what the heck happened as to why they lost their memories. And this was so good. It was suspenseful, it was mysterious. It kind of reminded me of Jennifer L. Armentrout's Don't Look Back, but other than that, it was so good, and I could not stop reading, and there's cliffhangers and just a whole bunch of things that you discover that just leave you like, wow. And it was so good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was a manga, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it was Uzumaki by Junji Ito, and a friend let me borrow this, and it's like a massive book that's just like a horror story about it's really creepy. It's like horror and like about this town, and just some weird things really start happening. It was so creepy and weird. If you like that stuff, you should definitely read it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And then the next 2 books I read were Never Never Part 2 and 3, and these were just as good except for Part 3. So I won't go into detail. I'll probably make a separate video for all 3 parts, but Part 3 was a bit of a letdown, but I definitely recommend these books because they were so good, and wow. But Part 3 was kind of a letdown, but if you've read the books, you might know what I'm talking about. But that's all I'm going to talk about for now, but I gave them both 4 out of 5 stars. And then the last book I read was Winter by Marissa Meyer, which I have been trying to finish for forever. I tried finishing this last month, but it was like, I started reading it like 2 days before the year ended, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to finish an 800-page book in 2 days. So I put it off for a while, and then I picked it up this month and it got really good. I'm probably going to do a review on this so I can explain more in detail, but it has lots and lots of action, humor, and just you get to see everyone's story, so nobody's really left out, and I really enjoy that. That's probably why it's so massive, because it just has so much detail that doesn't leave you wondering about what now. So you're basically satisfied with, well, you might or might not be satisfied, but I was satisfied with where the characters went, and just it was a great wrap. I think that I'm probably going to be reading more of her stuff when she starts publishing other things, and it was really good, and it's epic. You should definitely read it if you haven't. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So yes, that was it. I kind of read a lot. I hope to read more next month. I really hope to read some really anticipated books. And I hope to see you guys soon. Let me know if you read anything that I read this month or what you read this month. Thanks for watching. Bye.